there, Enneagram 4. Welcome to Finding Calm in Chaos. I know the world is crazy, but you don't have to be. In this episode, we're going to talk about how a chaotic world, or the stress of the world that is around us, is impacting you specifically as a 4, how that is impacting your body, your emotions. I want to give you a few things to be aware of, to be cautious about. And I want to remind you of the gifts you bring to the world around you. And then finally, I'm going to give you 4 simple ways that you can care for your body and your soul, that you can find that grounding calm in this chaotic world. This is 9 in 9, Enneagram Wisdom for Life. I'm Jen Stanley. Let's dive in. As an Enneagram 4, you are driven to be known, to be understood, and to find the deeper meaning and beauty in the world. You value authenticity and creativity. You value deep meaning and connection with people. And it's very possible that right now, the most meaningful connections in your life are being threatened because of different viewpoints or not understanding each other, which is so terrible for how you as an Enneagram 4 are going through the world. You know, I feel like if a 4 could rid the world of anything, they would rid the world of fake people, meaningless pursuits, and shallow conversations. And so I want you to know that I'm with you on that. And we are going to believe that if we keep digging deep and we know ourselves well, that we can contribute to the beauty and meaning in the world. So what does stress and chaos do in the body of an Enneagram 4? Well, because you're carrying very, very deep emotions, they can get somewhat stuck in the body. They have a hard time making their way out in a productive way, if that makes sense. And so we will often hear from an Enneagram 4 that they can feel like a lump in their throat, and they even have to clear their throat more often under stress, that there's a heaviness in their stomach and their chest, almost like something is just literally weighing them down, which can cause really shallow breathing. Now, speaking of emotions, the emotions that might be coming up for an Enneagram 4 definitely are ones of overwhelm, of emotional overwhelm. In the world right now, they just can feel like too much. And you not only are navigating your own big emotions as an Enneagram 4, but you're taking on the big emotions of other people around you. It might even lead you to a place of despair. When you have a heightened empathy around those things, the weight of it can truly, truly turn to despair, depression, and really, really weigh you down. And then you might also be experiencing loneliness around feeling misunderstood or feeling insignificant. You might feel like no one really sees all of this pain like I do. It can feel lonely and very isolating as an Enneagram 4 in a lot of stress. Now, in your stress, you move to number 2 on the Enneagram, and that 2 is going to make you feel compelled to rescue. And rescuing people out of this chaotic world is a big job. And so that temptation to pull people out of their pain and to do whatever it takes to bring them back to wholeness and beauty and goodness is a very big job, and one that is too big for you to take on. But that's what it's going to feel like in stress. So I'd like to caution you, Enneagram 4, against a couple of things. I want you to pay attention to when you are withdrawing, when you are stuck in that feeling thinking cycle where you get all the feelings and then you cycle them with thinking, and it can cause you to really withdraw and sort of stop taking action. So when that happens, I want you to be aware and just do one productive action to move yourself out of that cycle. I also want you to be on the lookout for hopelessness. As a 4, you carry this this interesting optimism in always looking for meaning and beauty. And so when your empathy is completely overwhelmed by this collective pain and suffering that you might be seeing, you can fall out of that optimism and fall into hopelessness and despair, as I mentioned before. And if that happens, that's not going to serve you or the world you're in. And so I want you to reach out to somebody and really connect with a human in a meaningful way, or do something to express what you're feeling. Your gifts are so important to the world in times of chaos and stress. First of all, you have a beautiful and natural creative expression. Any number of creative ways that you can express yourself, it's going to be able to help the world process pain and help the world process their emotions. So we need you to keep bringing the world beauty in your own way. As an Enneagram 4, you're also a person who's comfortable sitting in despair and grief with other people. And as long as your empathy is not being overwhelmed, this is something that you can offer when you are balanced. And so it's really important you take care of yourself so that you can offer that to other people. You're a person who isn't going to shy away from sad conversations or emotional tears, and that's so beautiful, but only if you're doing it from a healthy place. So we're going to take a quick pause so that I can let you know about a great opportunity that I have for you. But when we come back, I've got 4 ways for you, Enneagram 4, to care for your soul and your mind and your body in times of chaos. If you're in a season of life where you're trying to remember or rediscover or reconnect with the person that you know you truly are, Enneagram 101, Authentically You, is a 6-week course where we come together as a group and we really dive deep into your Enneagram number. And what that does is it helps you not only know yourself and have confidence in who you truly are, but it really helps you communicate, understand, and have compassion and empathy for the people in your life. Okay, welcome back. I want to invite you to 4 simple practices that may help you find calm in the chaos. And the first has to do with releasing that emotion that is getting stuck or stored in the body. Now, this may seem a little crazy, but hear me out. The way to release stored emotion in the body is to stand and kind of do just like a gentle shaking, like literally just sort of shaking it out of your body. And if you can also add to that, like humming or toning, it will take stored up emotion and it will allow it to release. A really helpful question you can ask is, how can I honor my empathy and my emotional depth, but also stay grounded? Because remember, Enneagram 4, we need you to be grounded in order for you to show up well for the world. I want you to remind yourself that you can honor your depth of emotion, your ability to be empathetic, and your ability to sit with discomfort and pain, and at the same time be grounded in optimism and hope and not having to carry the entire world's emotion just on you. So, how can I honor my spiritual depth but also stay grounded? So one action that you could take is you could find a very simple way to bring beauty, joy, or meaning to the people or the place around you. This might be as simple as adding flowers to a table or writing a handwritten note of gratitude or love to somebody. It might mean painting. It might mean just going for a walk with somebody who feels lonely. The gratitude journal practice for an Enneagram 4 is the classic definition of a gratitude journal. And the practice of gratitude is very important because we want to be careful about envy or of looking outside yourself for what would be good. And instead, practice gratitude in the small things, in the daily things. It should almost be an hourly practice for the Enneagram 4, but certainly at night, practicing gratitude for what you are thankful for from that day is tremendously important and will help you stay calm in a chaotic world.